Good morning to all of our members, and today we are here with one more content, and that's also is requested by one of our member, and that's related to R2R. This is going to be one of the important one because when we are working towards the R2R, when we are going to apply for any job, then most of the time the word is going to use in the corporate or MNCs is that SLGL. Now, what's mean by that? Thus, we are going to discuss here subledger versus general ledger. What are the key differences? And in addition to that, the great thing, what we are going to do, we are going to see that all in practically from software, from ERP, how that's work in the system. So request all the viewers and all the members to be with us till the end of this, since this is going to be the one of the value additions for you to have in-depth knowledge about what is mean by SL and GL and why that's created as a separate. So in addition to that, if you're looking for any training related to accounting and finance, then you can connect with us on our email ID accounts.gurukul@yahoo.com. Try to put it the comment what you want we to create for you, and we are going to create the content as per your request. So let's jump towards this. The main difference between the GL and SL is data. A GL is master account that summarizes financial informations for a business, while a SL contains detailed information for specific types of financial activity. So it means when you are looking towards the GL, that's the general ledger. That's going to be how the master account that summarizes financial information for a business. What it means is that, giving example, if you're considering accounts payable as an SL, now if you're looking towards the accounts payable or accounts receivables, if it's accounts payable in your systems, you're dealing with 100 plus of your vendors, and for each and every vendor, that's important for you to keep separate numbers for that vendor. You need to pull out the ledger extract of that vendors when you are going to do the vendor reconciliations. If you are looking towards any specific vendor, giving example is that if you created the one vendor that's a Developer LLP, they used to provide the professional services to us or training to us. So whatever invoices we are booking towards the Developer Professional Services LLP, that's all is expenses. And when we are paying to them, that's a payment. It's a expense and payment. And at the end of the day, what's the balance is there to pay to accounts from accounts Gurukul to Dayuripur LLP. So that's going to be the accounts payable closing balance. Similarly, if you have multiple such sort of service providers, consultant, vendors, and you need to know for each and every particular vendors what's his transactions during that period, what's purchase, how much is we have paid, and against which invoice numbers on which date, and what's the closing balance. That's all we are going to come to know from that vendor ledger statement if we are able to pull from the system for individual vendors. That we can able to do, or that's the options we have in a sub ledgers. When you are coming towards the GL, that's a master account that summarize financial information for a business. It means if you have the hundred of suppliers, vendors, that all transactions is going to be clubbed under the one GL account, that's the accounts payable. That accounts payable consists of 100 plus vendors in SL, but in GL you are able to know what's the total balance of your accounts payable. That's going to be there in the GL, and in SL you are able to pull detailed information for specific your vendor. Purpose: a GL provides a complete snapshot of a company's financial situations, while Subledger provides the details, content. A GL contains line item summary or total from specific accounts. In the subledgers, A subledger contains information for a specific general ledger account. Next is towards posting order. Balance are posted to the GL only after they have been posted to the subledger and are summed of and balance. Transfer of balances. The balances of subledgers are posted to their respective GL. The balances of the GL are posted to the trial balance to prepare financial statements. It means that the balance of SL are posted to their respective GL. So whatever you are booking transactions in the SL, that's going to post into respective GL account. For accounts received, accounts payable, that's a GL, and respective subledgers of that SL is going to post towards the respective GL. The balances of the GL are posted to the trial balance, and at the end of the day, what's the balances we have in the GL, that's going to be posted in the trial balance to prepare the financial statements. In SL, you can't prepare the financial statement. You are going to prepare the financial statement from the GL. A GL may deal with accounts payable and accounts receivables and accounts and more. So now we'll jump towards the SAP in a to see how it's working practically. Now, if you see here, this is going to be your your SAP. Now, if you're going towards F dot zero eight to see what's the GL account balance is. And the company code we are using for this is 2022, financial year 2023-24. And if you run the report, if you execute the report, now you are able to see in your GL account balances is that recon account of vendor. This is your accounts payable account link with your subledger. This is different accounts payable. This is GL accounts payable we have created to do any manual entries straightway in the GL, but this is recon account of vendor. That's a transaction is flowing from SL to GL. Now, if you see here, the total balance of the GL is 7,55,000. That's towards a recon account of vendor. The balance is 7,55,000. Now, if you see here, the 7,55,000, and if you go towards the GL dump as well, you're not able to get more details from there. So now if you see here, and just we have the two vendors. So if you want to go towards the GL dump, then FBL3N, that's a T code, is going to reflect your GL transactions. Okay. And yeah, and extract. Now, if you see here, recon account of vendor. So you are able to see only the assignment document number, document date, posting key, amount in local currency. That's the 7,55,000. That's it. Nothing is more than that. So you're not able to see the vendor name, uh, or this 7,55,000 is pertaining to whom. So you don't able to get any informations in the GL. It's just the one uh, amount it transformed from your SL to GL. That's the 7,55,000. This is from the GL. If you're trying to see from the GL dump as well, that's going to be create a complexity and you are not able to get the details of individual vendor wise. So you don't know which invoice is pending from the 7,55,000. If you want to pull the vendor wise ledger statement for do the reconciliations, you are not able to do from the GL. In addition to that, if you are going to create any vendors in GL, then just imagine how many GL account you need to create. For each and every vendors, you need to create the one GL account. So to avoid all this complexity, its subledger is there. So in subledger, you have the option to play with the respective vendors, and in SL, you need to check with your open balances towards accounts payable. How much is the accounts payable is payable towards over there in your subledger. So whatever is outstanding over there to pay your vendors, that need to match with your GL. This is recon account of vendor. This 7,55,000 is here. The same if you go towards the accounts payable and you have to check towards the accounts payable aging report, or you have to check towards the open invoices from there for which we haven't yet paid, that the total need to match with this recon account of vendor, or if it's a nomenclature is changed, that's accounts payable. So that's the way we have to perform the SLGL reconciliation. So we need to ask, or we have to extract the accounts payable aging report from the systems, and we need to see how much is the balance over there in accounts payable, and you have to see from your systems, from your GL, from your trial balance, what's the total of your recon account of vendor or vendor's payable account, and that both you need to match. If there is any difference, then we have to perform the reconciliations for that, and difference is going to be only for manual entries, and that's reasons I have created the one more GL account, that's accounts payable, in which all the manual entries is added. So if you're going to do the reconciliation between recon account of vendor, that's a 7,55,000, that exactly uh, going to match with our SL, and we are able to know that 7,55 is pertaining to which vendors. So that's we are going to do it. So this is the way you have to check first in the GL account balances, how much is there for your accounts payable, how much is going to be there in your SL. Now, if you see the recon account of vendor is 7,55,000. Now we will jump towards the we will jump towards accounts payable open invoices report, FBL1N. That's a T code. Now, if you see here, this is from the company code 2022, and we are going to see as on 13 December 2024. Now, if you see here, the vendor line item display in Accounts Gurukul Private Limited, company code 2022, Suraj Private Limited. In this, the vendor is Accounts Gurukul Private Limited. And the total open invoices, these are all, and the total is 6,05,000. If you're going to see towards the next one, this is Diode for LLP, and this invoice is for 1,50,000, thus pertaining to the training fees for December to March. And if you do the addition of this both 7,05,000 plus this 1,50,000, 7 plus 1, 6 plus 1 is 7, and this 50 plus 5, 55. So you are able to see from here is that 7,55,000. That's going to be the balance as per your subledger. And if you're going to see from the SL, you're going to get the all uh, details of open invoices. That's a Suraj Private Limited. In that Suraj Private Limited, this is for accounts Gurukul and this is for Diodipur LLP. So you have the two vendors, and the two vendors details you are able to see only for the open invoices. And this 7,55,000 is matching with your GL as well. That's the way you have to do it, the SL-GL reconciliations as well. And that's the difference between the SL and GL. Instead of looking towards only the open items, if you want to pull the all items for that period, then how you're going to do it? Then if it's going to start, and if you want to give the in date only, and if you extract execute this, okay, wait. So FBL 3 FBL 1N. Okay. Now 2022, and this is going to be 13, and all items, if you're going to execute now, if you see this, so you are able to see what's the transaction is captured towards the accounts Gurukul Private Limited. So here is that's all the open transactions. If you see from here is that this is open, open, open. This is going to be the total of the open transactions. And if you are going to see here, it's a cleared, cleared, cleared. So these are all paid transactions. So from this, you are able to get how much is the open transactions and what's the paid transactions. And by considering these two, the accounts 11, you have the total 6,05,000 is payable, and you have the details of that open transaction here, and this is all the paid transactions. Now if you see towards the this one, so I think we have, okay, 2022, 2022. Yes. So this is going to be the vendor voice details for all transactions. If you want to see, then we can able to see for that. And if you're going to add the one more date, then this is for accounts Gurukul 1 minute. This is for open transactions. Again, if you will see, this is for both. Okay, so this is for 1/10/2023. That's also the open one. So if you see here, that's a 6,05,000 plus 1,50,000. So we have the total buttoning to this two, that's a 7,55,000. And that the same is going to be there in our GL as well. Company code 2022 to 2022. And if you execute, then you are able to see the total of 7,55,000. So that's the difference between your SL and GL. And in addition to that, how you are going to do the reconciliations of your SLGL as well. So that's the key difference between subledger versus general ledger, and we discuss the differences as well, and plus we discuss or understand from the SAP in practically what's the difference between SL and GL and how you're going to refer that and how you need to get a more clarity on that, how you're going to do the SLGL reconciliations as well. So request guys to put what you need we to create for you in the comment and try to get the leverage this benefit from this membership and try to ask what we want to create for you. If you want any additional training from our end, if you're looking for any your skill enhance from our end, you can connect with us. We do provide all the services hourly basis for any specific skill enhancement. Or if you want to enroll for the training, you can connect with us on our email ID, that's accounts.gurukul@yahoo.com. Thank you.